Planet Earth is beautiful, a large unspoiled paradise. Wondrous nature plays in simple enjoyments of its infinite design. Families of care and love. Mountains untouched by hand. New adventures in every direction. Home for us all. The place that feeds us, breathes us, and challenges us. Every day in new ways. In ways of self and in ways of the world. How we see ourselves and our part in it is changing. Even our planet is changing. But now everything is changing differently, faster, in ways we can see, touch, and feel. Our views of science, society, government, and our part in it, it's all connected to us and continues to challenge us even more. We search for the answers, for the truth. Right now, it's stormy, and we're trying to figure out why. What's happening to our planet, and what new challenges can we expect to face during the climate emergency? Carbon management is choking the planet. However, there are greater forces at play. Measuring the variances of those forces, as exerted on the planet, has revealed part of the answer. Measures such as surface temperatures, water and atmospheric temperatures, atmospheric layers and forces, seismic activity, methane and biologic expulsions, wildlife behavior, and more. Our planet has been diligent to measure well, but it points in one direction. So far, we see abnormal increases in global temperatures and storm conditions around the planet. Global seismic activity data displays subtle irregularities. But what is the cause? What is creating the escalation of these climactic events? Let's start there. Watch. This is what's happening to the planet. Watch it more slowly. This is more like it. A planetary shift. A change in orientation to the universe and the sun. On one plane. The Earth is a fixed magnet in our solar system and the universe. And it behaves as stable electrons do in an atom. Unless there is a change. So the answer is, the cause of the climate event is the celestial event known as planetary shift, an event of some unknown cause that occurs in the Earth's planetary cycle approximately every 12,000 to 23,000 years. The last time being some 12,000 years ago, as evidenced in crystal cave studies in China. In the case of the small laboratory magnet, the correction to polarized norms seems fast and violent. In celestial terms, it can be similar. However, it is played out over 30 years, not 0.72 seconds. So let's examine the forces exerted on the planet during a planetary shift. There are quite a few. We will focus on the main ones in relation to terrestrial disturbances. To understand the Earth's planetary dynamics, one must first know 1. Angular momentum, and 2. Polarized magnetism and gravitism. They are not so hard to understand. Everyone has seen a hand gyro, the spinning toy that's difficult to change plane while in rotation. Well, if you think that's so hard to turn, try turning the Earth while in gyrospin. It moves at 1,000 miles per hour. The fastest car is clocking just over 300 miles per hour. The Earth spins very, very fast every day. Oh yeah, and we can't feel it because it's so big. Yes, strange, we know. Now, if we change the spin plane of the Earth, like the toy gyro, there are resistance forces that exert on the Earth. In particular, the Earth's crust and surface, although also throughout. The magnitude of these forces is expected to be of the magnitude to affect tectonic plate and subplate mobility, in addition to extreme weather severity. Just imagine the forces exerted on the air surrounding the flipping magnet. On the Earth, during the planetary shift, similar forces will exert. However, the Earth is not that simple. We have layers of atmospheric protection held well in place. Until now. It is also changing. The Earth is held in place to our solar system as the electron in the atom, moving in highly predictable patterns through its cycles, each pulling and pushing on each other precisely to accomplish the clockwork solar system that we all have come to rely upon for life. As Earth-Moon pulls and pushes tides, so does it pull the gases. The movement of sun gases in varying surface densities also affects our surface gases, or weather, each playing its part, building a regular pattern cycle. That is, regular until now. So, the Earth itself is a magnet, and its magnetic field protects it and us from the sun's radiation. Unshielded, the Earth's surface would burn, like on Mars. Yet, we enjoy such beauty of the planet to preserve. Our magnetization is what holds us in place with gravity. Together they form a combination of celestial forces keeping clock. A clock keeping us safe. Now we're spinning in gyro, but the magnetic cycle and rotation are changing, moving, not in normal patterns, but in one direction, on one plane, not at a constant speed, but accelerating. It's accelerating. The Earth is behaving exactly as it should in a planetary shift, a natural phenomenon in planetary cycling, a violent celestial magnetic flip, one we have yet to measure in any record of history, other than its cycle in time, which we measure to be 30 years. The planet's atmosphere is subject to a wide variety of disturbances on multiple fields of understanding, not just air. The erratic behavior of the Earth's ionosphere will increase the Earth's vulnerability to solar flares. There are more vulnerabilities to examine as we go. And we, the world's stewards in science, will help every step of the way. As we work in honesty, we will have the scientific facts from which to deliver hope for our people. As we work in peace, our courage will enable the safety of our families across this beautiful planet. As we work in discipline, we maintain focus of the people's priority and our human purpose. As we work in grace, we display honor and loyalty to human life in our every task. Our collective human priorities are clear: learn, plan, and be prepared. And that's exactly what we're doing. The People's Climate Emergency Plan. Learn about threats. Plan to keep everyone safe. And be prepared for everything. God bless you all.